Voices against corruption. Let the people speak.
Hello and welcome to Primorg's public feedback series on corruption, called Voices Against Corruption. And we ask, do you think excess taxation by government officials hampers business operations in Nigeria?
But the tax should be on the minimal level. Excess tax will be jeopardizing the business. It is important that the tax should be at the minimal level so that every business owner would be paying their tax at ease, to help the business people, and even the beginners should be motivated to venture into more business.
In so many ways, it hampers business, especially for the entrepreneurs. You are extorting the ordinary man. It won't tell on the people at the ends of affairs because they don't know what it is. But for people on the street, for people who are really doing business, and if you look at Nigerian economy, majority of our IGR comes from entrepreneurs, not the government workers. You understand? So it's really extortion. In fact, it's just like stealing by force. And we're not seeing the effect of it. Whatever they do, the taxation, we are not really feeling the effect on it in the communities around.
For me, I look at it from the angle of multiple taxations. Because you are doing one business and you see various government agencies coming to the same shop or business enterprise to collect taxes. Taxes on within the same, that you can, in fact, you won't be able to differentiate which one is which one is which. So if there's a way that you could streamline it, you understand, then that will also curb yourself. Because when you are talking about taxation, of course, as a trader, as a businessman, no matter what he pays, he still puts the thing back to his into his sales. It's the final consumer that bear the brunt.
Yes, there's a lot of tax from different organizations, and it happened to a lot of business owners are feeling the pain. How much has government contributed by levying this kind of tax to an individual that's opened a company to run? There's no light. Okay, tax from AMAC, tax from real revenue, from other sources of the local government. The tax is very much, and they cannot be able to abide. A lot of business has folded up. How much is the government pay to the business owners that the tax is coming from different organizations and they are paying this money, and a lot of them are folded up and they are not unable to pay the money?
Of course, excess of everything is bad. Taxation in itself is a good thing. It's one of the ways through which the government gets funds. But when it becomes too much, it's bad. So common sense alone should tell us that excess of it is bad.
For new businesses in particular, really, when there are so many taxation, it affects them because at that initial stage, they are really trying to find their feet. But then you find this form of tax that, especially taxes from the council area, there are still some fraudulent officials. We learned that in the local government area, for instance, there are some officials that print their own, kind of, levies that are not official. But if government regulates it properly, if they are actually taxes, approved by the government, really it's not extortion. You can't call it extortion.
Before people start their businesses, they mostly make their budget and plans on how to go about it. So if the tax comes and it's something that is way beyond them, it may really affect the business.
It depends on how you look at it as to whether we'll call it excess, because I believe that whenever any tax policy is implemented, it comes with specifics or issues that the tax is intended for. So when it's implemented and the roll-up begins, I think that the populace will now begin to look at what government had said before implementing and then whether or not they are getting it. And so if they were to get it, they were to see any correlation in the tax the government collects and the activities the taxes are being expended on, they will be better informed and then to take a decision as to whether the tax is in excess or it's okay.
If the tax is too much, it will affect the income. And to make business grow, it won't. Because if you are making small profit and you are paying higher tax, there is no way the business will move forward. Instead of moving forward, it will be decreasing.
It's not actually excess taxation that is the problem. The issue is the environment Tax is a culture. We have not appreciated, even the government. Taxation is a culture. So it is the level of civilization and advancement of the society that determines taxation policy. We don't have electricity. We don't have any social net whatsoever. Then the policies are hostile. So you cannot think of taxation or even excess taxation. So the issue is that until you have a medium of good governance, then from good governance, you think of the capacity of the people and infrastructure before talking of taxation.
Primark's public feedback on corruption in Nigeria is produced with support from MacArthur Foundation.